Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video. This time we have Mazen Slayer with 807 rating versus Amai with 1,391 rating. So it's going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. And then we are going to see Mazen Slayer win the rock, paper, scissors suit, so they can decide if they want to go first or second. Looking at the deck counts, we have 46 versus 40, and Slayer is going to decide to go first. Opening hands, we have Torn Scales, Jackalope, Boots, Stained Gloves, and Graph. So this hand for sure works. If they were going second though, they'd have no going second cards, which would suck. And then they have Fire, Gamma, Wind, Gamma, Pranks. Sucks to open up multiple of those. But at least they do have a hand trap going second. They're going to normal summon, special summon, and then get rid of those for Cherubini. And then Cherubini effect, go dump the Ancient Cloak. And then activating Boots effect, so search out Fogblade. And then Torn Scales effect, special summon itself out. And then they're going to activate Stained effect to special summon that out. And then Torn Scales, discard the Graph, send the Ragged Gloves, and then Graph effect to special summon out Seer. Then getting rid of those to go for Rusty. Seer effect, special summon back out the Cherubini. And then activate Rusty. They're going to chain Gamma to that. So go ahead, negate and destroy that. Then bring out Driver. Then Ragged Gloves, banish, go dump Fogblade, overlay for Sea Dragon, and then Sea Dragon effect, special summon back out the Ragged Gloves. Then turn those into Anaconda, activating Cloak effect, banish, go grab Torn Scales, and then Anaconda effects. Pay 2k, go dump Red Ice Fusion and the bricks. And then bring out Dragoon effect, pop Gamma, and then set, pass. Okay, so what I'm thinking of is, you know how they went for like Sea Dragon and that? What if they went Fogblade effect, special summon out Rusty, overlay for Breaksword, Rusty effect, pop Breaksword effect, special summon back. And then, you can go ahead and overlay those for a rank 4. I don't know which rank 4 that they're playing, but, they got to be playing one of the rank 4s, like a Redo or probably the Evil Storm Nightmare. That one's way more popular. They can go for the Evil Storm Nightmare. And then they could use the Cloak effect to go search out the Shade. Well, that's only if they're playing it. But I feel like they would be, because they're playing like the Anaconda stuff. I feel like it's like guaranteed that they're playing it almost. And then effect, go grab the Shade, Brigandine, and then activate that. And then go ahead, turn that into a Link Spider, and then turn that and Cherubini into Dragoon. So you could end with like, the Dragoon, Fogblade, but then you could also have the rank 4 on board. You'd also have Rusty on board, which wouldn't be like, that crazy. But if you activate Fogblade and then like they link away the monster, then you could activate Fogblade to summon back out the Breaksword that you would have gone through to get another pop. So they could have had like multiple more interruptions here. They wouldn't have had the Torn Scales in hand, so Dragoon would have only had a negate on their turn. But most likely you're not going to need one on your turn here, because like they had Nib, it would have already been done, right? Maybe that would have been the better player, but that's also assuming that they're playing like Link Spider and Shade, which we don't know. And then pass, draw Ash Blossom. And then they're going to activate Pranks, and then use that effect. It's going to discard special summon, and then normal summon. Go ahead and turn those into a Doodle, and then get those effects. Chain Link 3 Fogblade. Then they're going to go dump, special summon out Roxy's. And then they just submit defeat there. Okay. Fair enough. Going on to the next game, we are going to see Amai, the Party Kid player, decide to go first. Opening hands, we do see the Shade in the deck. But opening hands, we see Shade, Knight, Dark Magician, Phantasme, Droplet. So hopefully this can help fix the hand a lot. And they have Fusion Spell, Desires, Roxy's, Veiler, and Desires. So They're lucky that there's no like Ash on this, otherwise like they would need to Desires into a Prank Kid. They're gonna go ahead and Roxy's 1, Phantasme 2, special summon out, and then draw into an Ancient Cloak and a Danger. Okay, so it definitely fixes the hand some more. And then Banish, draw into a Droll, special summon out Wind. Then slap those into a Doodle, get those effects. Go dump, bring out Water, and adding Pranks off of the Doodle. And then Doodle effect, Tribute to add back the Fusion, and add back the Wind. And then activate Pranks, effect, discard the Wind to special summon out Token. And then turn those into a Doodle. Water effect, gang 1,000, and special summon out from the deck. They're going to bring out Fire. And then turn those into Bow Wow, you know, Fire effect, Burn, special summon out Wind. Should be in defense. All the Prank Kids summon in defense. Well, main deck monsters at least. And then Banish. Looking at those, we see a Judgment, Thunder Dragon Fusion. We did see a few engine cards go down. Not too many though. And then draw in the Ash Poly. You know, that's a really good draw there. Then set some back row, end phase, activate Pranks, shuffle back 3. Let's see, can they get another hand trap? Nope. And then pass, draw Red Eyes. Oh, that's unfortunate. They've drawn Red Eyes and Dark Magician in this game. And then activate Bow Wow, tribute itself, add back the Water, and add back Fire. You know, you need the Wind, Water, Fire to go into the double Raigeki play. And then normal summon, Night effect, bring itself out. And then activate this. This will be getting rid of all those. Summon out the Battle Butler. And then they're going to activate Water, Fire, Wind. And then chain this effect. And then they're going to chain Droplet. So, yeah, that is going to play into this here. Because, you know, they can go ahead and just fusion away. And that is going to be pretty good. They're gonna chain this effect. I guess they don't want to summon out Weather Washer for it to just be negated, because like Droplet would still negate a monster. So they decided it's going to chain Battle Butler here. You know, I don't have the 2 Prank Kids diffusion summons, so Weather Washer is not going to come out here. Don't want that card to be negated, no point of summoning it. And then their field is still going to get wiped, and they're still going to get their summons off their pranks. And they gang 1,000, burn for 500, and they dump the field spell. And then Ancient Cloak effect, banish, and they admit defeat there. So going on to game 3. Also, this is kind of cool. This was the DCS top 4 match, or finals. This was the finals of the DCS. You can go check that out on my YouTube. I uploaded that yesterday. Not a great match, I'm not going to lie. The top 4 was really good, though. Opening hands, we have Talents, Ash, Tour Guide, Torn Scales, Anti-Spell. Okay. We're going to have not seen the opponent's hand yet. They don't have a hand trap. This is insane. Well, alright, so we're going to need Talents to draw an Extender then. Then Water, Meister, Talents, and Fusion Spell. They don't have 2 pranks for that yet, but, you know, they do have a couple hand traps. Talents is somewhat of a going second card, a normal summon. Tour Guide, Effecto. This is going through. They don't want to Ash Blossom the Tour Guide because they play so many extenders. Graph Effect, this is going through also. Bring out Seer, Cherubini, dump the Ragged Gloves. Turn those into Rusty. Seer Effect, Chain Meister. We're gonna Meister Seer, but not Meister Graph. I feel like you would just Meister Graph, because this card summons Seer, and Seer brings out Cherubini, so you can cut him off of an extender instead of cutting him off of this. You can cut off 2 instead of 1. Talents. effect to look at the hand, and we are going to see Ash Blossom put back into the deck. And then Rusty, yeah, like, this is gonna be so hard for Prank Kid to win this. Dump Torn Scales, Ancient Cloak effect, banish, go grab Boots, and then Torn Scales effect, special summon itself out, Torn Scales, discard Torn Scales, dump the sword, and then special summon out Boots, overlay those into Break Sword, Rusty effect, pop, Break Sword effect, special summon back. We're gonna go ahead and bring those back out, and then Boots effect, banish, go grab Fogblade, get rid of those for Anaconda, then Anaconda effect, pay 2k, you know, dump the bricks, summon out Dragoon, and then set, and they're going to keep Fogblade in hand. This is really good. You know, they can Fogblade something, or if they negate, then, you know, they can bring back Break Sword, pop. They also have this that could bring back Break Sword and pop. And then pass. And they're going to flip the anti-spell here. It's like, even if they drew Droplet, right? They'd have to Droplet, get rid of these two, negate Rusty and Dragoon. Normal summon, affect Ash Blossom, GG. Yeah. Like, there's just nothing that wins there. Oh, they're showing the rest of the hand, and they did. No GGs. Rip. But we see the match was only 23 minutes long. Pretty quick match for sure. You know, 23 minutes, that's rather short. I'd say the average is like 30 to like 35 minutes. Like right around there, I'd say is like the average time for a match on the channel. Unless if it's like an Iron Man, then like the Iron Man matches usually last much longer. As like we see, like a turn 1 and turn 2 can last 20 minutes. Honestly, we've seen that often. Just because like there's a lot of thinking, they don't want to mess up. It's like extreme testing. But yeah, seeing Phantom Knights is cool. I've been asked a lot of questions about this deck. How do I feel about this deck? I don't think the deck is like overly bad. Again, I don't think it's in like the top 3 though. Maybe I just don't know this deck well enough. Maybe I'm just not playing the right build. We've seen a lot of builds switching up recently, you know. This build's playing the Dragoon, 46 cards, the Shade, and we saw Dinkabu. Again, I think that's how you say his name. We saw him. Very good player. We saw him get second at the DCS. Also, if you want to check out his deck profile, that's also on the channel. If you want to go check that out, it's called like all the topping DCS deck profiles. It's all top 8. We saw him play the deck, and his build looked, you know, way different than this build. Not playing the Dragoon stuff, going for like, you know, just like a simple Appaloosa Fogblade board most of the time, and like, you know, sometimes you'd end on like the rank 4. Not bad, definitely not a bad build or anything like that, but it's cool to see this deck get optimized more. I feel like once the deck starts getting optimized more, then I might start playing around with it. I don't really feel like being the person that optimizes this deck, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna be like the best deck or anything like that, but it is like definitely a fun deck to play. I like playing with the Phantom Knights, and like the BA cards are so cool, especially back when the deck used to be like BA Phantom Knights, like a long time ago, back in like 2016. That deck was somewhat fun, somewhat not fun. Like playing the mirror match was wild. Definitely a wild mirror match, but just like Domain Monarch, God, I hated that deck. But yeah, like the Phantom Knights themselves are really cool. I remember right when these cards came out, I was playing with them, playing like Charge of the Light Brigade, and I was trying to go for like Omega. I was like, Omega's insane in this deck because you banish, you go search, Omega put back, and then like so many free cards, and like I don't know, that was like the whole thought process behind it. That was like Charge of the Light Brigade was insane, Omega was insane, so the deck was insane. That was a long time ago. Also, I'm going to be having more, hold up, I know how to say it. Shiyang, that's how it is. I'm going to have a lot more of the Shiyang decks coming up soon. The, like the Tenyi version. I know a lot of people wanted to see the pure version. Not a lot of people in the TCG are testing the pure version from what I'm seeing. And the OCG, the Tenny stuff, is a lot less popular because, well, completely different format. You know, they play Max C. We don't have Max C. Completely different game. A lot of people always compare TCG to OCG. It's like, yeah, you can compare us some ways, somehow. But, like, Max C is the card that just changes everything. Like, that card makes it so that way you can't... Like, you can play combo, but if you do, then you have to play, like, multiple outs to Max C. Otherwise, you get hit with Max C. You have to make unoptimal plays. That card's crazy. Definitely one of the best... Definitely the best hand trap ever printed. And one of the best main deck cards ever printed. If not, arguably the best. I mean... It's not going to be the best card ever because the best card ever has to be an extra deck card in my opinion. Just because like an extra deck card you have access to it every game. You don't have to like draw it like a card like Maxi, but that card's nutty. Like anyone that actually played like competitive while that card was legal, like not like 2011 or 2012, like that doesn't count because like, you know, the game has changed a lot since then. But like 2017 Maxi, oh my gosh. I remember the card went from like 2 to 1 and it was like, just ban it, please. You're making the card more unfair putting it at 1. Now only one player is going to draw it during the game. But yeah, I guess that's it for like the rambling on about that. I don't think that card should ever come back. It should get extra banned. That card is better than Graceful Charity and Pot of Greed 100%. Like no argument about it. 100% that card's better than those. But with that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.